Welcome back. It's now my pleasure to introduce Margie Salmons for this final third general session for Show Me Rotary 2021. Margie's a Rotary leader, like others, that brings her vocational skills to Rotary service. Her career has been in the emergency medical services field, and she has recently served as a COVID-19 investigator. Margie is planning an important service project in District 6060 related to health and for people to take care of themselves, their families, and their communities. Her daily objective is to serve and continue to support emergency medical services. Her personal statement is, "Together we can. Together we will." Margie.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of fellow District Governors-elects Joan Kramer from District 6080, David McCoy from District 6040, and myself, Margie Salmons from District 6060, I'd like to take a moment to thank the many Rotary volunteers who serve on the Show Me Rotary Leadership Council to plan and produce this event today. It takes over 30 Rotarians from across the state to make Show Me Rotary happen. Of course, this year's team has had special challenges to respond to, going online due to the pandemic. So hats off to all those of the Show Me Rotary Leadership Council for turning our leadership training objectives into a reality. And so now I'd like to introduce the speaker for this afternoon. Hearing from the super servers that our speakers embody has been an inspiration to me today. Johrita's service and leadership in Rotary Foundation has impressed me. As district governor, Johrita held the first district $5320 million dinner for the Rotary Foundation. Under her leadership, District 5320 became the second district in the world to become a 100% Paul Harris Club district. The level of leadership necessary to inspire that level of giving should be an inspiration to all of us. Johrita has a message that is perfect for our last preliminary session of the day because it gives you your starting point for Monday morning. I am so honored to have the opportunity to introduce to you the Vice President of Rotary International speaking to us on the power of why, Johrita Solari.
Thank you, Governor-elect Margie, for your kind introduction. And many thanks to you and the Honor Rotary Club for your gift of the personal protection equipment to help the first responders. It's awesome to be here with the 21-22 Rotary Club presidents and presidents-elect. What a Pets Month this has been. This has been an outstanding and historic virtual Show Me Rotary. I know you all join me in congratulating Chair Casey and all the members of the Show Me Rotary Leadership Council. And I'd like to give a special thank you and shout out to Jill Baldwin-Rogers for being the best virtual aide I've ever had. Thank you, Jill, for helping me through that virtual maze and for all you do for Rotary. And to all the magical tech supports behind the scene, fabulous job. Thank you, guys. It was excellent. And at the beginning of our day today, we heard from Director-elect Elizabeth, who stressed the importance of how to lead for positive change and leading from the heart. And then Rotary International President-elect Shaker was shared with us what his thoughts were about his theme, Serve to Change Lives. And the more Rotarians, the more service we're able to do. There have been a lot of good information explaining how and what to do as club leaders, like leading Rotarians, how to plan for your year of service, growing Rotary, basically all about the how and the what. And this afternoon, I'd like to speak to you about the why. I've come to learn that when we share our individual stories, it gives us an opportunity to get to know each other just a little bit more. And this afternoon, I'd like to share some of my stories with you. I am a big fan of Simon Sinek, the leadership expert and author of the best-selling book, Start With Why. He explains why leaders like Martin Luther King or Mother Teresa are able to inspire others to action when other leaders with the same resources are not. They seem to have something different. Well, as it turns out, all great and inspiring leaders know why they do what they do. They know their purpose, their belief. Mother Teresa, a tiny woman of 4 feet 11 inches and weighing less than 100 pounds, chose to serve the poorest of the poor and to live among them and like them. She saw beauty in all individuals who were abandoned or rejected by others. She knew her purpose. And Martin Luther King sought to raise the public consciousness of racism and in racial discrimination and segregation in the United States as an advocate of nonviolent social change. He knew his purpose, his belief. And as Rotarians, we should understand our purpose, our why. The how and what you do will come much easier when you understand your why. Mark Twain said, the two most important days in your life is the day you were born and the day you discovered why you were born. So why Rotary? Why are you here at Pets? You know, it wasn't that long ago I was at my Pets. I remember it well. I was standing before my club as a second-year member and their club president-elect. At the time, I was the president of a startup company. I'd served as a president of our multi-state trade association and was the current president of our national trade association. And I'd served on many community boards and associations. Why was I going to Pets? To learn what? I'd already knew how to run a board. I worked with volunteers, and frankly, I didn't really think I needed to be at Pets. In fact, I tried to get out of it. I talked to my governor-elect, telling him how experienced I was. I'd started a company, I'd been involved with community and trade associations, working with many boards and volunteers. Well, he promptly pointed out if I didn't go, I couldn't be club president. And I grudgingly went, but not with a very good attitude. I arrived late, but in time to sit in on a class with other club president-elects, sharing how they ran their club meetings. They talked about their projects, and I realized I could do things differently. And wait a minute, I was learning something new. I could honor those who had gone before me, but I didn't have to do things the same old way. I was connecting with other club presidents and finding out everyone wasn't the same. And it was okay to make mistakes. I was learning from club president-elects in other districts and in my own districts. When I came away from my Pets, I was energized, informed, and connected. I knew why I came to Pets. As club leaders, you should understand your purpose, your why. It's always important to ask the question, why? Asking why is a process that can lead to supporting traditions, letting them go, or changing them. This process seems to work with many things we do, and hopefully our Rotary experiences on many levels. I encourage you, no, I challenge you to take time before your year of service begins to clarify your purpose as a club president and president-elect, to look at your club and ask the hard questions like, why are members leaving? Why are we meeting at this location? Why are we paying the high dues? Why do we say prayers, sing or say the pledge? Why don't we have membership that reflects our community? Remember, asking why doesn't mean something's wrong. You may find no changes need to be made or only a few. Asking why will help you take your club to the next level in your year of service as club president. But friends, don't lose the opportunity to have your club be the legacy that you want to leave, a strong, vibrant club to hand off to the next leaders. You see, I lost that opportunity. My Rotary story stopped when my club turned in their charter because the membership had declined and I walked away from Rotary. It wasn't until 3 years later when I went to a lunch meeting. Actually, it was a lunch date with my husband, and he took me to his Rotary Club meeting. And I met Lowell Jones, a perfect 50-year perfect attendance Rotarian. We chatted, and he asked me if I knew about Rotary. And of course, I told him my Rotary story, and we had a fine time. The next day, when I got back to work from lunch, that little red message light on my phone was blinking. I had a voicemail message from LBJ. Sure, nice meeting you, Johrita, and I'd like you to consider about joining the Rotary Club of Anaheim. Of course, I was extremely busy, and he didn't ask me to call him back, so I didn't. The next Monday around 2 p.m., that little red message light was blinking on my phone. It was another message from LBJ telling me what a great Rotarian I'd be and asking me to come back to another meeting. Friends, every Monday around 2 p.m. for more than 3 months, that little red light was blinking with a message from LBJ asking me to come back to Rotary. I finally relented and went to the meeting to tell LB to stop calling me. But when he saw me walk in, he was so happy he could barely contain himself. Of course, I didn't have the heart to tell him to stop calling me, and I wasn't joining his club. But after that meeting, LBJ called me every day until I came back and joined Rotary. And I'm proud to say LBJ sponsored me into the Rotary Club of Anaheim about 20 years ago. Now, I'm not expecting everyone to be as relentless as LBJ, but if you believe something is important, pursue it relentlessly, and you will have success more times than not. If you believe it's important, pursue it relentlessly, and you'll have success more times than not. Be a relentless club leader. Recruit, listen, drive projects, reach into your community, grow Rotary, bring value and relevance to your members. Be warm and welcoming. Be relentless in your encouragement to join Rotary. Take action because you are people of action. And I'd like to share a sample of an experience I had with one of my Rotary Club presidents. Let's call her Sally. When she got selected, I thought, oh my gosh, Sally? What's wrong with the nominating committee? How could they select Sally? Well, this was going to be a year of me making up at other clubs because I didn't think Sally was going to be a good club president. And frankly, she did not have the answer to the question why she wanted to be our club's president. Well, Sally went to PETS and she came back very excited. At PETS, she met other club presidents, many in her own district, and started to build relationships and share ideas. Then she went to our international convention, and that's where she continued to build relationships and saw what Rotarians are doing all around the world. She came back from the convention a different Rotarian. And I might add a president determined to grow Rotary in positive ways in our club. Our meetings started to improve as she got speakers from other clubs that had recommended them. She asked what we thought was important. She talked to members that weren't engaged and got them interested in our club again. Sally was not the same person who stepped in as club president-elect that she was when she took over as club president. And I asked Sally, what changed? And she said, I went to Pets. I went to Pets and talked with the club president-elects. I learned more about Rotary than I ever thought. Johrita, I think I found my passion. And then I went to Rotary International Convention and I was blown away. The global projects, the fellowships, the internationality of Rotary. Johrita, I know why I'm a Rotarian. Sally became our club champion. She was an outstanding president because she found her passion, her Rotary why. What did Sally say? I know why I'm a Rotarian. Are you clear why you're a Rotarian? Are you clear why you want to be your club's president? I stand by my challenge. Find the answer to your why, your purpose before you take office. And I'd like to share with you why I'm a Rotarian, why Rotary is my passion. Nigeria had more than 2 years of being polio free when one case of polio was reported in the Northeast. Rotary's polio partners, and the Nigerian government came together immediately and created a plan to address this. And I was on a team that participated in their national immunization days. The teams all over Nigeria vaccinated 3.7 million children in 4 days. The day before our plane home, our minibus turned into the rocky dirt parking lot of the Kaduna Health Center compound. We were there to deliver tricycle wheelchairs to polio survivors that had been donated by Rotarians from my club and districts and district clubs in my district. As we got off the bus to go over to the tricycle wheelchairs, the people across the parking area sitting in the dirt in the shade of a big tree started to move toward us. And that's when I realized they were the polio survivors, the crawlers. And a young girl crawled toward me with cheap flip-flops on her hands, dragging her body over the rocky dirt parking lot to where I was standing next to the tricycle wheelchair she had already decided was hers. With a very determined look on her face, she put those flip-flops on the bottom of the tricycle and pulled herself up to the bottom and then up to the seat. She reached out for those pedals with both hands and pushed tenuously, slowly moving forward. It was at that point she broke out into a huge smile, realizing for the first time in her life, she was out of the dirt and mobile. It was at that moment I became overwhelmed with emotion for gratitude for Rotary, for our Rotary Foundation, for the generosity of Rotarians. We are changing lives. I strongly believe it takes Rotarians to continue to awaken the world because we are the change makers. We are the peacemakers. We go all over the world and in our communities and do amazing things. And there's no greater experience in life than changing or saving other lives. We do serve to change lives. Remember to find your why, your purpose. We are proud of you and all you're doing. Enjoy each day, make wonderful memories, and have fun. This is your time as Rotary leaders to provide relevance and value to your club members. It's your time to shine. We're grateful for your leadership. 2021, 2022 Rotary Club presidents and president-elects, stand tall and walk with purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, Johrita. We really appreciate your comments today. We do have a couple of questions for you since we have a few minutes. The first question we have is, what is the one word that you think comes to mind to you whenever you are going to when you think of Rotary? What's the one word that comes to mind?
Oh, the first thing is service, leadership. Oh, that's 2 words. Service and leadership.
Okay, service and leadership. The next question is, if you had to pick one of the areas of focus, which one would you pick of the 7?
Peace. Peace, absolutely.
Okay, peace. Okay. And when you were talking about the president-elects and a takeaway point for them, in your year as president, what is one item that comes to mind that was your absolute favorite during your year that you experienced?
My absolute favorite thing that came to mind was the fellowship of all of the Rotarians. It was like a family. We were a family, and we did so many things together and helped each other. We were there for each other. You know, if someone got sick, someone called. If someone needed help with their family, with their kids, or with their parent, we were all there. It was family. It was just terrific.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We certainly appreciate you being here tonight, this evening. We're honored and we're just thrilled that you took time out of your day to be here and to be such an inspiration for us. We do have a token of our appreciation for you. Show Me Rotary is going to be making a contribution to the polio eradication in your name. So thank you very much for that. And yes, they'll be getting that into your name for the polio eradication. So just a couple of takeaway points for everyone else is that, remember, we are Rotarians, we are change makers, and we are peacemakers. You're challenged to find your why, and we are challenged to grow Rotary. We are the people of action. So Johrita, thank you again very much for this afternoon, and we appreciate you being here.
My honor, Margie.
Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Our program today provided 7 opportunities for you to identify action steps that relate to your club's needs and members' interest. Those 7 steps will establish you as a club leader who can engage your members. Engagements can simply mean club members talking about club needs and member interest. When we talk more, we engage more. When we talk more, we plan more. And when we talk more, we execute those plans most effectively. Those 7 action steps are key to achieving your goals. The 7 action steps can be your personal path to success. You'll receive several reminders throughout the day about our evaluations. These evaluations that we're sending out are very important for Show Me Rotary, especially this year with being virtual and all the technology. We would like for you to complete those and return those back to us. When we begin to meet again face-to-face, or however we end up meeting, virtual meetings are always going to be in our future. Show Me Rotary wants and needs to hear from you about these methods and the goals moving forward. We highly encourage you to complete those evaluations. Watch your inbox on Monday. Show Me Rotary will be sending you those evaluations to complete. And please provide us all your feedback. It's all very important to us, and all will be reviewed for the upcoming year of next year. We also want you to know that the general preliminary sessions have been recorded. So the presentations by Shekhar, Johrita, and Elizabeth will be available to you. These would make great regular club meeting presentations and help you to launch the objectives of your new Rotary year in your club. So now we'll let Rebecca Guzzi come back on, and she's going to award some prizes.
Great. Thank you, Margie, and amazing, Johrita. Your story of the crawlers brought tears to my eyes. We are adding having some added fun here right at the very end. We placed the names of all of the president-elects and the president nominees into a hat, and we've got some prizes that we're going to award. So I'm going to go ahead and make that announcement. Brian, if you could put the slide up. So from District 4040, Amanda Langendorfer of the Kirksville Club, we're awarding you a $100 Amazon gift card, and Darren Chappelle from Chillicothe, a $100 Russell Hampton gift card. From District 6060, Kent Stevens of the St. Charles Sunrise Club, you'll be receiving a $100 Amazon card, and Andy Starb from Hannibal will be receiving a $100 Russell Hampton gift card. And then finally, from District 6080, Dennis J. Hazelrig from Impact Columbia is going to receive a $100 Amazon card, and Joshua D. Hanley from Fulton is going to receive a $100 Russell Hampton card. So thank you all for participating. I know there's several more folks to talk, and congratulations to our winners. Margie, back to you.
Thank you, Rebecca. You know, what an educational and rewarding day we've had. Such an experience to hear all these great speakers. And as Johrita just recently had told us that we need to find our why and how, and we are challenged to grow Rotary. We are Rotarians as change makers and peacemakers. So try to remember that as you're moving forward in your year. But now it's my pleasure and my honor to return back to the stage the Honorable President of Show Me Rotary, Cassie Venters.
Thank you very much, Margie. It has been a really good day. We've been honored to have the thoughts, experiences, and inspirations related to us by our three keynote speakers, who are very highly sought after, of course, Rotary International President-elect Shekhar, Rotary International Director and Vice President Johrita, and our own Rotary International Director-elect Elizabeth Yusevich. Many thanks also go out to Margie Salmons, David McCoy, and Joan Kramer as well. We all look forward to the good work that our district governors-elect will inspire and promote in our three districts. It's been a pleasure to work with each of you. Sometimes people will ask, well, how do these events get put on? And it's basically through the Show Me Rotary Council, which is comprised of past club presidents. These past club presidents are appointed by the district governors, and they work for 9 to 12 months on different aspects of the event. My personal thanks go out to each of the person who has worked for these months to utilize the Rotary International Learning Center, hold district training meetings over the past few months, and bring us the keynote facilitated sessions that we had today. Our facilitators today came from every district too, including our district governor's nominee. They spent considerable time preparing, and I think it's pretty obvious after you've been in the sessions to realize they don't just show up and start asking questions. They've prepared for their roles over months, and they've helped us craft meaningful breakout sessions. My thanks go out to all of these people who have given so much to Show Me Rotary and served so well. It is now my pleasure to introduce Tim Cudd. Tim will lead the Show Me Rotary Council from 2021 to 2022. Tim has served with many organizations and is very active in Veterans Affairs, Community Gardens, and Senior and Handicap Services. My work with Tim in different Rotary roles over several years causes me to think that the Rotary Council, the Show Me Rotary Council, will find him to be a practical and strong leader for Show Me Rotary. Tim understands the value and importance of Show Me Rotary and understands the impact it can have on Rotary programs across Missouri. Tim, will you join us and say a few words about Show Me Rotary for 2022?
Thanks, Cassie. And thank you again for everything that you've done this year, everything that you've had to deal with. You know, even with all the unknowns thrown at you, all the hundreds of emails, Zoom meetings, and phone calls, you've always kept us on track and moving forward, and we all appreciate that. You know, I accept the gavel for next year with excitement and also a little anxiety over the unknown. going forward. I do look forward to working with the council, incoming DGEs and clubs to put together the 2022 Show Me Rotary Conference next year. My hope is to get us back to an in-person meeting, but we also have a lot of work to do and even more decisions to make going forward. And Cassie, you know, I appreciate your counsel as the immediate past president, so I'll probably be on the phone a lot. Before turning it back to Cassie, you know, as I said, it's been a challenging year. It's always been a custom to present the outgoing Show Me Rotary president with a small token of appreciation. And even though Cassie asked me not to, and I don't always listen, I did listen to a little birdie that she's very fond of that suggested something very appropriate. So Cassie, as a small token of our appreciation from the entire council, the Sanibel Day Spa has a couple of surprises waiting for you. I understand that you've been there a time or two. I'm not going to tell you what surprises you have waiting on you, but just know they're there waiting on you when you get around to stopping in there. So again, on behalf of the entire council and all the hard work you've put in and keeping everybody on track, it's been an amazing day and we all appreciate it. So thank you and enjoy your spa days.
I will, Tim, and thank you very much for that. And I have to say, just as we started my introduction of you, I think it's 24 yellow roses came in the door. So thanks for all of it. I appreciate it. We'll have the official gavel exchange. Yeah, all Tim gets is a gavel here. But we'll have the official gavel exchange when we enjoy that first face-to-face meeting for 2022.
Good.
One of my favorite thoughts is that we stand on the shoulders of people who have served before us. We learn from them and each other. We borrow ideas. We find clubs with the same needs as ours and use their ideas. We'll copy a training program, use their organizational structure, or format a newsletter, or learn new technologies, use their fundraiser idea, and repeat an inspirational story. No Rotarian has to travel the leadership road alone. We all stand on the shoulders of Rotarians who have preceded us. And the view from standing on the shoulders of others helps us see further and build on past work. Among the questions we have to ask ourselves, there are these two. What new doors can I open? What opportunities can I spot that haven't been identified? If we think all the good ideas have already been found, we are very wrong. The good ideas of other people open new possibilities rather than restrict them. And we must keep the ideas flowing. As Margie said, as she concluded her part of this third plenary session, we have to keep the communication going. Because if we restrict the flow of ideas and communication, everyone loses out. We've come to the end of the 2021 Show Me Rotary, but we've opened a year of unlimited opportunities to serve. I invite you to learn about the past, to create new futures. I invite you to seek advice and feedback along your leadership journey and among your club members. You've met new people, you've heard new ideas. Have a great year. The kind of year that when it is complete, others will be standing on your shoulders to go forward. Have a good evening, and please, if you wish, stay online for directions to the happy hour. Thank you for joining us today.